Hi guys, it's Eva Pieczak here from Abundant Results Coaching, and today I would love to share with you a habit of decision making and why it's so important in accomplishing your goals. So I've been thinking lately about making decisions and how we can actually train ourselves in making decisions, because I remember when I started working with Bob Proctor, I was terrible in terms of making decisions. Even my decision to work with him, it was just like paralysis by analysis. Seriously, for a month, nearly a month. I remember I knew it deep down in my heart. I knew that this is the right move, but my mind was giving me all the reasons in the world not to do it, not to invest in myself. You don't have the money in the bank that you need for the course. What if you fail? You've changed your career already, and like you're still not happy. You don't have time. You're in a full-time job. I had all the reasons in the world not to do it. But if I didn't understand how to make decisions at that time, my life would still be the same. I would be stuck in a job that I don't like, and I would be unfulfilled. But right now I'm working with Bob and I do what I truly love every day. So I had to actually learn to make decisions. So I wanted to share with you a quote from Napoleon Hill, who wrote Think and Grow Rich. And he said, "Successful people make decisions quickly and they go back on them slowly, if at all. Procrastination is a death of man." Now, why did he say that? Because that's pretty much how successful people operate. And I'm sure you guys can resonate with those moments where you have that state of ambivalence. It's like, you want to go somewhere, but then there's those reasons why not to. Or maybe your friends or your spouse or someone around you tells you, don't do it, but you feel it's right, don't do it. Maybe you don't have the money in the bank to do it, but you know it's right. And that state of ambivalence is the worst state you can be in, because you cannot do anything productive within that state. And so it's very important to learn to make the decisions very effectively. So a couple of points on that. Number one, when you're making a decision, what I would always ask myself is this going to lead me towards my goal, or is this going to take me away from my goal? And then I would kind of go inside and really check in with my gut feeling. Do I really want to do that? Do I have a strong feeling that this is the right move for me? And if I have a strong feeling, well, okay, what are the pros and cons? So like, what is my mind telling me that I cannot do it? Now, when I have a strong feeling to do something, my mind will give me objections. So my mind will give me all sorts of fears. You don't have the time, you don't have the money, how are you going to do this? You don't have the resources. But I've learned over the process of working with Bob that your mind is just trying to protect you from comfort zone. And what happens is when you flip into making a decision, making a firm, committed decision, which means there is no turning back, then the money and the time and the resources, everything starts lining up for you. So let's say I made a decision to invest in myself in Thinking into Results consultancy. I was working full time. I didn't know how am I going to train with Bob. I didn't have the money in the bank, but I made a committed decision. I was just like, I really want to change my life. Now, it took me a while to make that decision, and at that time I was just not good at it. And, I also made a couple of funny choices, within the time when I was making that decision. I literally Googled Bob Proctor's consultants in Europe, and I made 10 phone calls and asked them, should I do it? Now, I was asking people who were not successful, so maybe 2 out of 10 told me to do it. It was a funny experience, but it was worth it. It was really worth the lesson. So I wanted to really share with you how to learn to make decisions powerfully. Are making decisions powerfully, you really want to check in and get advice from people that have done it, have accomplished your goals, and are experts. You don't want to ask people, for advice who haven't accomplished what you want, like your neighbor, your spouse, your partner. As much as you love those people, they probably will not be able to give you the right advice. Now, even if you get advice from a mentor or specialist, you still want to check in with your gut. Your gut is that strong feeling inside of you that something is right. And yes, if you have that strong feeling, something is right for me, but then you have those fears, like I don't have the money, I don't have the time, all that stuff, how is this gonna work? Or maybe, what if things are gonna happen that I don't like? You've got to understand that this is your subconscious mind trying to protect you from change, trying to protect you from getting outside of your comfort zone. But success is not within the comfort zone. So, how can you get better at decision making? If you really want to, and I think it's a valuable skill for every single person who is successful or wants to be successful and wants to accomplish your goals. Well, how you do this is you can read a chapter on decision making from Think and Grow Rich for 30 days every single day. In fact, you can actually get a partner, make sure that person is like-minded and doesn't laugh you off. And so get a partner and basically like get on the call every single day and read paragraph after paragraph every single day for 30 days. And start with making small decisions. I don't know, you go to a coffee shop, give yourself 30 seconds to make decisions. You go to a restaurant, give yourself 30 seconds to make decisions. Start with small stuff and then go further and develop that habit. You will see your life will completely transform. Now, are successful people making the right decisions always? Well, I always think that whatever decisions we make, they lead us towards your goals. And there is no failure if you're not accomplishing exactly the desired result, because maybe sometimes you need to make a decision in order to learn, in order to develop yourself from that decision. So see, successful people never look at failure as failure. They look at it as lesson. What am I learning here? And why did I make that step to learn something? And then they move forward. So failure for successful people is actually quitting. It's not taking actions and making decisions that are incorrect, because you can always course correct. The worst state is ambivalence. But failure for successful people is actually not taking decision and quitting on where you wanted to go. So I hope I gave you some food for thought, guys, and you will look into making more powerful decisions. And if you're really committed to making that habit very successful, I would urge you to start studying decision making chapter from Think and Grow Rich. So have a fantastic week, and I'll chat to you soon. Take care.